5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. Aussie. This is your WWT PR princess, Madam Elite, whatever you want to call me, Stone Cold Courtney. And I am here to give you a special watch-along edition where AEW takes you to the land down under in Australia. And we got a very, very stacked card. I'm very super excited. I have everything on max and just waiting for everything to wrap up because I know the All-Star game is happening soon. So we do got some matches on the card and pretty much, and I'm really impressed with AEW. They have almost every single person that is from Australia on this card. How crazy is that? So yes, get ready. Hello, like the accent, Courtney. Thank you for watching this special Collision Watch Along. Hope the show is good. Yes, thank you, Boza. And I just want to put a PSA in there. I know it was taped earlier, but there's no spoilers. If you give me spoilers, I'm going to block you. And I'm not kidding. So I'm ready to get excited. But anyways, we're going to the land down under in good old Australia. That's just my accent. Where we got some good matches. Of course, my client, Madam Timeless, she's facing off against Mariah May. Because if she wins, she gets to make history on being a 4-time AEW Women's Champion. We also have Harley Cameron taking on the CEO, Mercedes Moné, for the TBS Championship. We also have Kazuchika Okada taking on Buddy Matthews for the AEW Continental Championship. We also have, and I'm still going to call him Adam Copeland and Switchblade Jay White taking on Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli in a Brisbane brawl. And also, of course, this is like a dream team, and I may change my pick from yesterday because I don't know why I picked Takeshita and Fletcher, but I think I'm going to change my pick to Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega taking on Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. And I want to because, well, we shall see. But I'm very excited. I'm going to try watching on Max again because it's going to be very interesting to see. But just waiting for everything to happen. And, you know, we have an all-star game that's happening right now. I'm just waiting by the minute. So I'm very excited with all of you. Feel free to put in the chat on what match you are looking forward to seeing in Grand Slam Australia. I know, Boza. I was thinking that, but I think I may change my pick to Ospreay and Kenny Omega only because I just love to see Don Callis lose. I love to see him throw a tangent and just like do anything in his power. But of course, like you can't please the entire Australian audience. So you have to make sure there is win. So I would think so. I think most of us are expecting Courtney to get her wish and her client bringing back the AEW Women's Happens. Well, that is true because I'm going to tell you something. If they want to make Grand Slam Australia successful, they have to do a title change. They gotta do a title change. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So we're just getting ready. I'm just waiting on Max. Let me see. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I'm on point. And this is a good thing because I also have cable too. So if Max doesn't work, I can always go out on TNT. So just waiting for Max to start. But I'm very excited to be with all of you on this special edition. Also, happy belated Valentine's Day. I mean, you can tell I'm wearing red. It has been a very busy day for me spreading love to everybody and everywhere I go, and excited to spend this weekend with all of you because this has been on my calendar. Originally I was not supposed to do a watch along, but when the boss lady asked me was I going to do one, I was going back and forth on this, and I was just like, do I not want to do one? Do I want to do one? And then I ended up saying, you know what? I'm going to do one. It's in Australia for the first time in a while. And also, friends, breaking news, because I just found this out earlier, that AEW will be making a return to Australia in 2026. So it's a very, very huge opportunity. And, they're getting their feet wet in on the international side. They got London, England, Australia. So it's nice to see them kind of get in there. But I'm very, very excited for this. And, let me change my banner because that match hasn't kicked off yet. But I'm very, very excited. Very excited for them. So feel free to put in the chat on who do you think, what match are you looking forward to for Grand Slam Australia? I'm very excited. I'm going to try watching this on Max again, but I'm just waiting for it to load. But that's a perk of having cable. You can either watch on Max. So yes, a friendly reminder, you can watch this on TNT, but it will simulcast from Max and following the conclusion of the All-Star game. So just wrapping it up and seeing where it is. So yeah, we're just anticipating. We're just anticipating Grand Slam Australia. So let me see something. Oh, okay. I was like, I had to make sure, but I'm actually have cable right now. It's TNT, so they're just wrapping up the conclusion of the All-Star game. So we're not lost and behind. We're just waiting to see where this happens. So be on the edge of your seats, just waiting for the conclusion of the game to happen. So Max, I'm just waiting. So it's gonna be a fun time to spend the next 2 hours with you. And also, don't forget, normally I would do a longer post show, but since it's late over here in the East Coast, I'm gonna do a quick post show where we're gonna review some of the matches and also figure out what's ahead next. Because after Australia, we got Revolution, AEW's first pay-per-view of 2025. And also, we have our main event for Revolution, Adam Copeland taking on Jon Moxley for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. That is our main event. And also, I don't know if anybody watched this, but I was having a little issues watching it on Max because I was having buffer issues. But there were some clips I actually did miss. I did miss the interviews with Swerve and Ricochet. But also, I caught something, and I've been talking about this for the last couple weeks, because Willam Nightingale was doing an interview, and Marina Shafir attacked her just when Jon Moxley was giving his interview. And I said to myself, they're going to have a match. I don't know when, but I believe it would be Revolution. And also, my client, Orange Cassidy, has been MIA. And he deserves a long break. But he's been MIA because I'm just saying, if you mess with one of OC's friends, he's going to come back. So I'm just fully waiting for Mr. OC to come back. And he deserves a much needed break. But we shall see. So I'm just anticipating. I'm pretty much waiting. Let's see. Yeah, John demanded the spotlight on him when Renee was catching up with Willow. I hope we get Willow versus Marina at Revolution because it's Death Riders versus Conglomeration. Should be. Well, that is true. Because, of course, like, we have OC and Mark Briscoe. I don't know what's going on with Kyle O'Reilly because it's like Did he just dipped quietly from the conglomeration or what? I'm just like, huh? What? So I don't know. But yeah, I believe there's going to be a lot cooking. Actually, I would not be shocked if Willow did interfere in the match because, yes, the tag team match is a Brisbane brawl, but anything can happen. And I would not be surprised if Marina Shafir interfered and we could see a little Willow sided. So lots to come. Hi, Lewis Johnson. Yo, you were there on NXT. That's awesome. You were there on NXT Vengeance Day. I know earlier in the night it was NXT Vengeance Day. I'm going to get a chance to watch it because thank God for Peacock. I will probably watch it before the end of this weekend. But Lewis, I'm so happy that you went. We always love hearing from our people going to these live events, whether it be like a weekly TV show, pay-per-view, any type of thing. It's always a good thing. And it's also really good to support the local independent wrestling promotions as well. So I hope you had a wonderful time, Lewis, enjoying NXT Vengeance Day. And we're just getting ready. I'm just waiting for this to conclude because the All-Star game should wrap up shortly. So I'm just waiting, just waiting for this to end. But if you are joining now, this is Courtney Rice, WWT's PR princess, Madam Timeless Elite, Stone Cold, whatever you want to call me. We are taking a trip to the land down under in Australia, where we're going to whip on the Barbie because we got some action ahead of you. So I know you guys are anticipating it. I'm waiting for the All-Star game to wrap up shortly. So just make sure. And also feel free to grab like a beverage or a snack or anything that you guys want to do because, well, we're getting ready for Grand Slam Australia. It's interesting because I know yesterday on our WWT Live, Professor had a change of heart because at first, a lot of people, when they look at his card, it's a little bit underwhelming. And that's how it is in most cards when it comes to wrestling because people always look at it and think like, oh, this is the worst thing in the world. I'm not going to watch this. But then when you watch it in real time and then it's live, it's like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. So I feel like AEW may pull some tricks up his sleeve, but I think this will be a good solid show. I'm excited. And also feel free to put in the chat on what match you are looking forward to see in Grand Slam Australia. And there's a few storylines that are happening. So be prepared. I'm just anticipating because I know they're wrapping up the All-Star game. Just waiting. But how's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful weekend so far. They enjoyed themselves, and it's just been a wrestling Saturday. It's been one of those Saturdays. And tomorrow, don't forget WWE on A&E Sunday, the newest show, LFG, which has Bubba Ray Dudley, Mickey James, The Undertaker, and Booker T being trainers to a group of prospects who want to get a shot within the WWE. And the winner of the match gets a contract with NXT. So don't forget to watch that tomorrow because it's going to be fun. Also, of course, Monday Night Raw because they continue the road to Elimination Chamber. And they have another qualifying match for the final spot. Raquel Rodriguez versus Roxanne Perez for the women. And two people that are no strangers to each other. Finn Balor versus Seth freaking Rollins. I'm just waiting for this to wrap up. We're just waiting and waiting and waiting for Grand Slam Australia. We're just waiting. So just waiting for this to wrap up. Sometimes I have to shift through between TV and Max because I want to make sure I'm not missing nothing. Okay. They are shut things out. We know who won, but I feel for content. I know, exactly. It's like they already taped it earlier in the day, but for me, it's like, I just don't want no spoilers here. Please do not give me any spoilers. If you do, I will block you. And plus, I want to be in the moment. I just want to be in the moment. I don't want to like read spoilers and be like, oh, great. Thank you. I just want to be in that moment. And also seeing how like the arena is, the atmosphere, everywhere else. Also, there was a report that was floating around that Tony Khan got booed in Australia. I guess because with the situation that happened with the tickets and people thought it was a pay-per-view event, which was like really odd because I didn't think Grand Slam Australia was a pay-per-view event. I thought it was a special TV event in place of Collision. I did not think it was pay-per-view worthy, especially with the fact that their first pay-per-view is happening in March. I don't know who won after Vengeance. I don't want to end the day with a typical Collision. I know exactly, but it's just in place of Collision. But I really hope they do well. But yeah, it's just really weird that they booed Boss Man, which, I mean, it happens, but Max. I mean, it happens, but I mean, I really did not think Grand Slam Australia was a pay-per-view. But yeah, I did see some footage of Mr. Bossman getting booed. Very loud by Aussie fans. So yeah, it's just it's always hard. Tony. Tony is a special little thing. He is a special person. Sometimes he kind of needs to think things through. But I've always heard, and as it should be, he deserves constructive criticism, but sometimes it's always not for the worse. And, Tony's trying to do what he can. I just hope he doesn't surround himself with cynical yes men. Actually, not yes men, yes people. So, but we're just, people are watching on Max. If people are watching on Max, get ready. They are now rolling the can. Thank you, Boza, for that, because I'm trying this again because I'm gonna watch from Max too. Because the first time I watched it, we had a lot of hiccups. So hopefully this time around it'll go very smoothly and we won't run into any problems. But worst case scenario, I can always watch it on cable. So that's the perk of having cable. But feel free to put in the chat on what match you're looking forward to see. We're just ready to rock and roll and get ready for being in the land down under in Brisbane, Australia. I know my Aussie accent is very terrible, but I just have to get the mood going because, Saturday night, Australia. Just it's like a waiting game. It's pretty much of a waiting. It's pretty much of a waiting game, but let's get I don't know about you guys, but I'm just ready. I'm ready to see some brawl. I'm ready to see some action. Will we see some title changes tonight? Because I'm going to say this. If AEW wants to knock this out of the park, they need to at least have 1 or 2 title changes to happen. 1 or 2. That's it. Just waiting. Just waiting for Australia. It's like you're like a little kid that's in a candy store that's just waiting and waiting and waiting for Grand Slam Australia to start. You're just waiting, waiting, waiting. Just waiting. So, but you can spend the next 2 hours with me. But just to let you know, once Grand Slam Australia wraps up, I'm going to do a quick post show after this. It's going to be all the same link so we can talk about what happened, reaction, everything else. So I'm going to do like a quick post show. So, but I'm very happy to spend Saturday night with all of you. It's been a long, long day for me in the PR lab, but I'm very excited. Grand Slam Australia, just kind of waiting. And it looks like, oh, I thought it was starting to start, but I'm just waiting for Grand Slam Australia to start because I want to see how it looks, like the venue, the crowd, everything, like the whole atmosphere. I'm very curious on how this is going to do. Also, I didn't get a chance to look at the Ring of Honor because I know they had some matches up earlier, but if you have the results, feel free to put them in the chat. Oh, and here we go. Oh, I actually do like this arena. Australia. Aussie fans came out. This is a really nice venue. And people were very nervous. They were very, very nervous about this. Wow. They were very nervous, but wow, look at all the fans. Oh, I love that they're wearing my clients the Acclaimed shirts, even though they're not together anymore. But I just love that. This is actually a nice one. And we are kicking off with the tag team match. Konosuke Takeshita and the hometown boy Kyle Fletcher taking on the team for the first time ever, Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. This is gonna be a fun. I know, Bo's. Yeah, oh yeah. We get to see that creep and jerk Don Callis in the commentary booth. I forgot about him. But here is the okay. So it looks like obviously he's not coming along because I see Mark Davis, but I don't see Brian Cage or Lance Archer. Interesting reaction for the hometown boy, Kyle Fletcher. Interesting. Oh, and I see people representing the Aussie flag. Thanks, Boza. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because I was just talking about that earlier too. Because not like anything else, but I saw it floating around in socials earlier today, and I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, there is, but I think people don't realize it's a business, and also you have to really, if it's not gonna sell, especially in that arena. And I'm happy they made the call a couple months ago to move it to a smaller stadium. And it's also, this is their first time in Australia. You're going to have trials and errors to begin with. And plus, as I mentioned earlier, they're going back to Australia in 2026. So after this whole experience, I'm hoping boss man, whoever's on that team, figure out what's working and what didn't work and just figure out how they can apply it to next year. That's all it is. But speaking of that, Mr. Will Ospreay is here. Will Ospreay. It's like, how can you not dislike Will Ospreay? It's like this guy is just, he's like Iron Man. Yes, this was a learning thing. Glad they learned from this. If they can come back again, they know what to do. Exactly, Boza, because as I mentioned earlier, and it has been officially announced on all their socials, AEW will be returning to Australia in 2026. Not sure what month though, but it has been confirmed. They are coming back to Australia in 2026. So I think this is something that they're going to learn. I hope they do an extra push on media tours. I know they tried to do it, but I feel like it's there. It just needs to kind of ump it a bit. And also think of outside of the box ideas on strategic thinking and also press opportunities that they probably would never do. That's it. Ah, the crowd is going in on Will Ospreay. Ospreay. His theme is really infectious. It's like, Ospreay. When I went to Full Gear, I kid you not, listening to that entrance music, it was crazy. And he's telling the audience to quiet because they're getting ready for his tag team partner. And here he is, Kenny Omega. I had to say, looking at this venue, it's few chairs missing, but it looks pretty much filled. That's pretty impressive. Considering the move they made to a smaller venue, that's pretty impressive. So here's Mr. Kenny Omega making his entrance way. You can hear the loud reaction. They're chanting Kenny because he's so beloved everywhere in the world. He is. It's like everywhere you go, they chant Kenny Omega's name. Oh, Kenny Omega was such a gentleman. He picked up that fan's sign and gave it right back to him. That's a true sign of a gentleman. Kenny. And here he is. He's making his way. Oh yeah, we have to deal with that creep dog Callis on commentary. I always tend to forget, but if I were him, he better run. Because Kenny would beat the crap out of him. So he better run. And I guess that's why he has Mark Davis out there for protection in case if that does happen. So, but as I said, Lance Archer and Brian Cage, well, even though they're trying to make their stand for the AEW tag team titles and get the Hurt Syndicate, I wouldn't be shocked if they were close by paying attention to this match in particular. But if you guys are joining me right now, this is WWT's PR Princess, Madam Timeless Elite, Stone Cold Courtney, whatever you want to call me. I am here with all of you on this special watch-along edition of AEW Grand Slam Australia, coming to you from the land down under. And we are kicking it off with the Dream Team, Mr. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega, taking on the AEW International Champion Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. And Kyle Fletcher trying to do some smack talk and really wants Will Ospreay, but it looks like Kenny... Oh, I thought Kenny was going to do it, but Will Ospreay is going to start off. And here we go. Kyle Fletcher, Will Ospreay. And I just can't get over the venue. It's like so filled. It's just so filled. You can actually see people. And I see a lot of Will Ospreay shirts in the stands. And also my client, the Acclaims, too. Even though they're not together anymore. I see a lot of their shirts. Kyle Fletcher trying to get the crowd hyped up. All right, here we go. Tag is made to Konosuke Takeshita. Trying to take out Kenny Omega. And also feel free in the chat on who do you want to win. Do you want Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega or Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher to win? So feel free to put in the chat in this tag team match. And also, who do you think should be the next challenger for Konosuke Takeshita's AEW International Championship? Because there's a lot of angles to this. There's a lot. And he's bound to... Oh, a nice kick by Will Ospreay on Takeshita. Oh! Is there anything Will Ospreay can't do? And he got the crowd on their feet. And here comes Kenny Omega. Here he comes. Ooh, crossbody. Will and Kenny should win. That's tough to decide who should challenge Takeshita because that group. Yeah, that is true. But sooner or later, he has to defend that title. I just don't know either who's going to be his next opponent. But we shall see. And also, if I want to put a bold prediction in, I think Kenny Omega is going to pin Konosuke Takeshita. And if he does pin him, he could be in line for a future opportunity. But I'm putting that in there. Both had answered your question regarding the ring. I think when you do like the camera shot, when you see the whole crowd, I mean, it does look a little small in the ring. But when they do close up, it's not that bad. And here we go. The double team. Teamwork meets the dream work. They're feeling it. Woo, here we go. Those guys are just spectacular. How come they weren't a tag team before? I mean, I know they had an association with Don Callis, but man, they were a tag team. I could see them possibly being AEW tag team champions because that would be pretty cool to see. Tony ran down the card earlier. Our main event will be Mariah May defending her women's championship against. Oh! Finally, thank you for that, because now the main event spot will be towards the ladies. Now, we've already seen Miss CEO get her main event on Dynamite, but this will be the second or third time Mariah May has main evented for AEW. I I feel like it's not just Tony, it's Mariah May, because I know she had a lot to say in regards to Mercedes. But I feel like Mariah, instead of focusing on Mercedes, having that mentality saying, you know what, anything she can do, I can do better. And I'm the AEW Women's Champion. And I want to see them really steal the show, because this is Women's Wrestling Talk. We advocate for all the ladies. And I really, really want this match to go above and beyond the expectations for both ladies. Because no matter what happens, the outcome, I really want them to deliver a good fight. And honestly, if you're going to give Mercedes 26 matches, but I want these ladies to really go to the fullest. I get Mariah's frustration. Mariah has done more as champion than Mercedes, but Mercedes is the flavor of the month. That is true. And to be fair, you can't discredit Mercedes' wrestling ability. Whether you like her or not, you cannot discredit the wrestling side. And also, I was thinking of what Professor said yesterday, because it's like, why are you going for a mid-card title? You should be going for the AEW Women's Championship. That's just how I feel. But I really want both of these ladies to deliver. I want the AEW Women's Championship to be pictured as the richest prize in the women's division. That's all I want. So we get to see Mariah May, and we get to see my client, Madam Timeless. Madam Timeless. So I never had a problem with Mercedes, the wrestler. She's a good wrestler, but it's her booking that's bothered me. Yeah, that is true. It's always a booking part. And plus, you have to realize, like, when you're the highest paid person in AEW and you pretty much have creative control over everything in regards to booking, sometimes it can create a recipe for disaster. And ego gets in the way too. But we'll talk about that throughout the show. Oh, a nice one by Kenny Omega onto Kyle Fletcher. Kenosuke Takeshita. Ooh! Ospreay getting a kick to the nuts on Takeshita. My God. That has to hurt. Ooh, nice move. Both Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher are out, and the crowd is feeling it. All the crowd's on their feet. This is really good to start off a match. You definitely want to start off with high flying energy, and I hope the energy is there throughout the night as well. So. Oh, and it looks like if you're watching on Max, there is an ad. We don't get picture in picture, unfortunately. We don't get picture in picture. So that's the sucky part about it. Let's see. So it looks like, oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ooh, nice counter by both Ospreay and Fletcher. Ooh, nice DDT by Ospreay. Fans are on their feet. The fans are really excited. These Aussie fans. Oh my goodness. Well, Ospreay really wants to end this match. Ooh, kick onto Takeshita. Yeah, Ospreay wants to end this match. He wants to do the blade. Oh! What is this creep doing? Get him out of here! Get that creep out of here! Nobody wants you, Don Callis, but of course he had to stick his nose where it doesn't belong. Ugh. Now because of the distraction, Kyle Fletcher did a counter, and both Ospreay and Fletcher are down. I can't believe that creep. I just want to smack him upside his head. Jerk. And I'm pretty sure they're saying F Don Callis. I'm pretty sure they're giving him middle fingers. They're booing him. That little runt. Here comes Takeshita and Kenny. So they're both going at it. And it looks like Takeshita has the upper hand here. Here we go. Ooh, nice move by Takeshita. Will Ospreay back in the ring. Kick to the... And that phased Takeshita. Ooh, that was a nasty punch. Kenny's trying to end this. Takeshita. Kenny with a counter. Oh my goodness. Hold on. It looks like Takeshi's trying to do a double German suplex. And yes, it is. I think the crowd's just on their feet. They're just on the feet, just having good quality action. Oh, nice Hurricanrana. I do agree, Nigel. This has been a nice, good matchup to kick off Grand Slam Australia. This has been a nice, solid match so far. Ooh, that was a nasty hit for Kenny. Kenny wants to end this match. No way. Is that like electric chair? No way. And here comes Will Ospreay. No way. Oh, a nice counter by Will Ospreay. Oh my god. Double team. Kick to the head. Looks like they're double teaming. Tiger Drive 91? No, not Tiger Drive. Oh! Counter by Fletcher and Takeshka. Ooh! Is this it? Kick out! Double kick out! Wow! Almost that close. Wow, that's crazy. They kicked out of that. All four men are staring down at each other. You know this match is very, very personal. With them staring at each other, talking trash, punches. Will and Kenny. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't understand how Will Ospreay isn't human. Kyle Fletcher threw Will Ospreay out of the ring. Ooh, nasty one by Kenny. Ooh. Takeshka wants to end this. Ooh. Ooh, kick out by Kenny Omega. Kick out. Ooh, man, Kyle Fletcher. Kick out. Will Ospreay made the save. Trying to protect. Hello, Orange2341. Thank you for joining on the special watch along edition of Grand Slam Australia, coming to you from the land down under in Australia, Brisbane, Australia. If you are joining, we are kicking off with an all-star tag team match for the first time ever. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega taking on the AEW International Champion Konosuke Takeshita and Kaya Fletcher. And this has been a whirlwind, chaotic match to kick things off. Will Ospreay wants to end it. Ooh, a nice clothesline by Takeshita. And Takeshita, he wants to end this match. Could you see him taking his knee pad off? Kenny made the counter. Ooh. The crowd is really going behind Kenny Omega in this match. Oh. Cal Fletcher. Oh, nasty drop. On Cal Fletcher. Ooh, nasty hit on the head on the turnbuckle to Takeshita. Oh my God, where did Will Ospreay come from? Oh my God, this man is inhuman. Oh my God. It looks like they're going to double team it. Plate switch off the top rope. And the match is over. Your winners, Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. And that creep Don Callis is livid. He is livid. Who would have thought we would be seeing Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega team up? I know I didn't, but very happy to see that. Congratulations to the Aerial Assassin and Kenny Omega on picking up a very important end statement win, knowing they could team up together. They still have their hands full with the Don Callis family, so we don't know what's going to go from here. Also, continuing the road to AEW Revolution is another thing, so I'll be paying close attention. And look who it is! Miss Harley Cameron. And it looks like one of two ladies matches is happening. AEW TBS championship match between Harley Cameron and the CEO Mercedes Moné. This match has everybody buzzing. Everyone buzzing. And also I do see that they're putting the promo out for the next Dynamite, whereas we know Hangman and MJF will do face-to-face. And also, Samoa Joe, Shibata, and Hook will be in trios action against the Patriarchy. So those are the two things that are confirmed for Dynamite. Pretty much after tonight, I wouldn't be shocked if we get like more stuff coming in for Dynamite this week, which will be in Phoenix, Arizona. Dynamite and Collision. So definitely a fun time. I'm very excited. And also the thing I love with AEW is they really are showcasing some of their stars from the land down under in Australia. It's always a fun treat highlighting them and really good opportunity. Nice to see Kyle Fletcher come back to his home country and really deliver a very solid performance in the tag team match. Of course, we're going to see from one Aussie to another, Harley Cameron. She's coming home. I put a bold prediction a couple weeks ago that she would be TBS champion. So let's see it, because will she have Mercedes feel the wrath of Harley Cameron? Yep, this is a test. This is the title I thought would change hands. Well, we shall see, because I'm going to tell you, if they want to make Grand Slam success, they need to at least have one or two title changes. One or two. But I did see the commercial, because tomorrow, folks, you can watch LFG on A&E, or you can also watch Saturday Night Live, which is celebrating their 50th anniversary tomorrow. I just can't believe it's been 50 years of SNL. Crazy. Crazy. My parents were telling me this the other day on how they watched their sketches from the beginning. So it's gonna be interesting to see the history of it. And here we go. We have Miss Harley Cameron. And she's back home, folks. She is back home. And I'm happy she is getting a good pop in her home country. She has her family, her friends, her loved ones in the audience. She is ready. And I said this before. Her wrestling ability improved a lot because she didn't think she would have a career as a wrestler. She didn't think that she could sing or do ventriloquist or play guitar, but she is a very talented girl. And I'm happy she is getting a very, very good reception in her home country. She has improved a lot in her wrestling. So, ooh, Wrestle Dynasty International Women's Cup winner Momo Watanabe. She's at ringside and she's eyeing closely in this match. So we shall see. And here is the CEO. 4 belts Monet. Here she is. There she is. She got the 4 belts. And she's walking with a purpose. Well, there are some fans that are for her and chanting CEO. But this is going to be the biggest chance. This is going to be the biggest challenge of Harley Cameron's wrestling career. And it's interesting what Professor said yesterday because AEW did miss out on the moment opportunities. You could go back with Private Party when they first started, when they should have won the tag team titles after pinning the Young Bucks. My clients see Acclaim not winning at All Out Chicago. And, well, oh, look, our mayor has entered the chat, and I'm not surprised because his client's CEO. Lady, I know you're the CEO, you're the TBS champion, but you should not underestimate your opponent, lady. I knew the mayor was going to be on this chat only because of one thing, and that's Mercedes. But here we go. TBS championship match. The CEO, Mercedes Moné, taking on Australia's own Harley Cameron. She's really telling her to get out the ring. Don't convince him on this because here's the thing. You would think, but very rarely I ever get any visitors for these AEW watch-alongs. I very rarely get any visitors, but I'll be watching this match very closely. Ooh, nice counter by Harley. Harley, don't break a sweat. Harley is coming into this match with a good winning streak. Last night she went behind the paywall and beat. Sorry. Oh, thank you for that, Boza, very much. Also, feel free to put in the rest of the results. Also, feel free to put in the rest of the results for Ring of Honor because that's good to know. Harley Cameron beat Billy Starks, but feel free because I know there were some other matches on Ring of Honor and also earlier today. Our mayor, I'm not at home or else I would do a run-in. Oh, Lord. I would. Oh, she has the puppet! She has the puppet that's a cute little puppet. What's she gonna do with the puppet? You gotta admit, that is a cute little puppet. And for her to do bars as a real Mercedes, ooh. She took that puppet. Yeah, she stopped. Hey. She did not like that puppet. What did the puppet do to you, sweetheart? I think deep down on camera, she did like that puppet. When the cameras are not on and she's not the character CEO, I think deep down she loves that puppet. Oh my god. Well, obviously our mayor is in the chat because of his client. Well, of course, Mercedes, she's talking trash to Harley. Oh man. The fans are really trying to get behind Miss Cameron. But Mercedes is just really getting the upper hand here. She really is getting the upper hand. All right. Oh, my boys and girls, I had to switch from Max to TBS TNT, because for some odd reason it keeps freezing when I stream on Max, but that's the perk of having cable. So I am watching this in picture. The match is still going on, and Mercedes looks like she's getting the upper hand. So I know our mayor is watching this very, very diligently, and if she wins, I pretty much won't hear the end of it on Monday. So we shall see. Hi, Eddie Foster. Thank you for joining on this watch along from the land down under in Australia. This is AEW Grand Slam with your PR Princess, Stone Cold Elite, Madam Timeless Elite. Courtney Rice is in the building with all of you. We just kicked off with a really energetic, crazy, and mayhem match between Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega taking on Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. And now we're getting a taste of ladies action where Mercedes Moné is defending her TBS championship against Australia's own Harley Cameron. So far, Mercedes looks like she has the upper hand here. Because as I mentioned, even though the match is in picture, Mercedes is really munching it. No, our wonderful mayor is watching this match super, super closely. So this is going to be fun. It's hard to believe. I said this on my watch along a couple weeks ago during Maximum Carnage, and it was like, at first it's really crazy. At first I didn't think it was possible, but then when I thought about it, I'm like, this could really happen. And also, it's interesting is my client, Tony Storm, gave Harley Cameron a pep talk and saying it should be a moment for us Aussie girls to shine in Grand Slam. And look where we are now. So if anything, I should give props to my client for really putting a spark into Harley Cameron. So is there anything that my client can't do? I'm just saying. And here we go. We are back with the TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné taking on Harley Cameron. As I mentioned, Mercedes has been getting the upper hand. And a nice counter by Harley. So a nice counter. And it looks like Mercedes hurt her mouth. Hopefully she doesn't damage those pearly whites. Harley's showing some offense here. She is really showing some offense. I just can't get over this crowd in Australia. It's like really much filled to the fullest. And Mercedes, she's doing the Three Amigos to one of her influences, the late, great Eddie Guerrero. Doing Latino heat. Ugh. Oh my goodness. This is not going to. Let's see. Mercedes. Oh, nice block by Harley. Expect Harley to get a contract extension after the match. 60. Oh my goodness. I feel like this is I feel like this is a recurring theme that's not going to end. Not in a bad way, but. Well. To kick out by Mercedes. I will say this. Mercedes may be the one to help elevate some ladies, but nobody, and I mean nobody, can top off my client, the Timeless One. Because who's PWI's top women for 2024? And who's getting ready to be in a film called Queen of the Ring that's happening in a couple weeks? And she's also ready to make history, by the way, if she wins. So I'm just saying. But Mercedes is trying to end this thing. She really is trying to end it. Oh! That's the puppet. Oh my god! She's got another puppet of Mercedes. Ooh, she hit her with a puppet. Hey, the fans are feeling it. The puppet. Hey, feel the rap. Oh my goodness. Hey, the puppet has been very entertaining. You gotta admit that. That's an entertaining puppet. Ooh, nice crossbody. Oh, oh! Was that a code red? Kick out by Mercedes. Kick out. Ooh, both ladies are down. Australian Destroyer. Thank you for that, Eddie. Thank you for that. Australian Destroyer. She has gotten better, but in wrestling. Oh, and I think it looks like Mercedes is about to. Oh, what? Ooh, that close. Is she trying to do a power bomb here? Let's see. Mercedes is trying to end this thing. Gotta look at the prep. Oh Lord. Prime Trish. Hey. Don't you be putting my queen. Don't you be putting my queen in that same conversation. Trish is my queen. Trish is my queen. Kick out by Mercedes. All right. Mercedes is trying to end this. Ooh, Harley. Is she going to do it? Kick out by Mercedes. Ooh, she hurt that turnbuckle very, very well. Ooh. She got some tricks up her sleeve. Okay, I will say with this match, the match that she really, really showed up was probably against Mariah May. I watched that match on Collision and everybody was into Harley. So it's so ironic that Harley had matches with both champions of AEW, which is insane. And I think Mercedes wants to end this. Oh, gosh. We really thought this was going to happen. Well, the winner and still TBS champion is Mercedes Moné. You got to admit, that was a clean win. I know the fans aren't happy. I know everybody in Australia is not happy, but yeah, Mayor. Your client won. You can brag about it on Monday. Yeah. She got the 4 belts. I got to give kudos where it is. Mercedes did win. Harley's 15-0 at AEW. Of course, Mercedes still. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Mercedes. Ooh, and she's with the. Ooh, she had an encounter. Okay. That was an interesting encounter. But Boza, you're right. Harley will be back because she really, and as I mentioned, she faced off against both champions of AEW and had a very strong showing. So you will not see the last of Harley Cameron. I just wish she would have won it in Australia. But after Australia, we got Revolution coming up. So hey, it's a possibility. They could meet again at Revolution. I'm just saying. Because I feel like for this, I would like to see it more of a pay-per-view than a Dynamite. I wonder if they're building up Mercedes next New Japan. That could be a possibility too, because like I said, Mercedes is 4 belts. But, and I mentioned this many, many times when I watch along, 1 loss is not going to kill her. 1 loss is not going to define her. But sooner or later, she will have a taste of humble pie. I don't know who she's going to lose to, but we shall see. But like I said, we're not going to see the last of Harley Cameron because she will be back. She will be back. So mark my words. Eddie. She will be fine. I know, but it's just one of those things you kind of have to say. You think, and you know what? I think she's gonna probably lose it to somebody that you probably won't least expect it. I mean, of course, Harley, but probably somebody that you least expected. So we shall see. But congratulations to Mercedes Moné for retaining the TBS championship. Congratulations. But we go for the TBS match, and we got a Brisbane Raw. AEW World Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli taking on the Rated R superstar, I'm going to call him Adam Copeland, and New Zealand's own Switchblade, Jay White. And as you know, the main event, Jon Moxley, Adam Copeland for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship at Revolution in Los Angeles. Oh, there is so much chaos. Oh, and we're going to hear from Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. Ooh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got some matches announcements for Revolution. Kenny Omega challenged Konosuke Takeshita for the International Championship. And also, Will Ospreay put up the gauntlet. Him, Kyle Fletcher, in a steel cage match. Ooh, Revolution! Revolution, Revolution. Woo! It's going to be interesting. But I will say the first time I saw Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher live in person at Full Gear, whew, that match was crazy. Oof. Revolution. Well, start filling up the card. And of course they're showing the build up from the Death Riders, Rated FTR, and everything else in a couple of weeks. So, but we're getting ready for a Brisbane Brawl. And I can imagine this going into lots of mayhem. I can see them like being in the ring, outside the ring, backstage, get some weapons. Like, this is a brawl. So, we shall see. Hi, Aaron Teagle. Thank you for joining on this special watch-along edition of AEW Grand Slam Australia, coming to you from the land down under in Brisbane, Australia. This is Courtney Rice, WWT's PR princess, your Madam Timeless Elite, and everything you need to know, all things elite, is here with all of you on the special watch-along edition. We're just getting into the Brisbane Brawl. The Rated R superstar, Adam Copeland, and Jay White teaming up to take on the AEW World Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley and 1/3 of the AEW Trios Champion Claudio Castagnoli. So, and I can imagine, and it's so funny because I was reading reports earlier, like everybody was singing Edge. I still think of him as Edge. Adam Copeland's theme song. They were singing that like crazy. I'm like, wow. Last time I heard somebody sing their theme song within AEW was Judas by Chris Jericho. They know the words. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Like I said, the last time you heard somebody's theme song sing like that in AEW was Judas. Chris Jericho's theme song. Because everywhere you go, everybody's saying Judas. That is crazy. And here comes, well, our producer from the future said he's from New Zealand, but he's still an Aussie. There's the switchblade. Oh, such a cool moment for Adam. I love Edge, but he's really, Mayor. I thought you left and celebrate because your client, the CEO, won her match, which I will give her props. Congratulations. She is the champ. She's a 4 belt. She's 4 belts Monet. It doesn't look well. I think maybe the beard, he doesn't look old, but he looks like he can still move. Why are you calling him old? I thought the mayor left because his client won, but hey, I'm happy he's sticking around enjoying Grand Slam Australia. And here we go. And I'm not surprised Marina Shafir is here because oh, this is oh my god. You never know what's gonna happen in any of our watch-alongs. Any of our watch-alongs. But I'm not surprised Marina Shafir is out here because as I mentioned, and I didn't find out till it got on socials that she attacked Willow Nightingale. So I'm just saying, I mean, it's a possibility we could see a Willow sighting because she really did put her in there. And I'm just saying, you mess with Willow Nightingale, then you're also messing with a friend, my boy OC. And what the heck is John Moxley doing? What's he? I know he usually talks trash to the crowd, like jean jacket. I'm just. I mean, I have respect for Moxley, but he just looks like this bitter old man. He's just like this bitter, gruntled old man that just walks around and just complains about everything and all that stuff. But and what can you do? And here we go. It's a Brisbane brawl. Anything goes in the brawl. No disqualifications. Anything. So I expect a lot of mayhem. Oh boy. But here we go. It's a Brisbane brawl. So I expect everything to be chaotic and mayhem and whatever. Like I said, I would not be shocked if Willow Nightingale came out because after what happened this past week, where Marina did attack her right when she was interviewing with Renee, caused a lot of problems. And if you mess with Willow, well, you're be messing with another client of mine who we have not seen. My boy OC. I'm just saying. LOL, hope Tony and Nigel have their running shoes on. I expect everybody to be using. Yeah, I mean, come on, this is a brawl. I expect you not just in the ring, outside of the ring, backstage, whatever. Like, this is a brawl. But also, I would not be shocked if that little runt, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac be involved too, because, well, this is no disqualification, no countouts, nothing. This is a brawl. So I expect a very good, chaotic, mayhem, and entertaining brawl. Aussie style. And she's in. If I were Marina, I would be very careful because we saw what Switchblade Jay White did to you, Missy, at World's End. I'm just saying. I just want her to really think about it because I'm just saying, he gave her his finishing move. So I'd be very, very careful not to mess with Jay White. You would think she would learn her lesson from World's End, but I guess not. This is basically a 3-on-2. Well, you add in 3-on-2, but also make sure to add in Wheeler, Yuta, and Pac. Pretty much, it would be a 5-on-2 if you want to add them in there. But who am I to say? But here we go, a Brisbane brawl. Mary saying Edge looks old. I think maybe because of the beard makes him look old. I think maybe the beard. Okay, what is Copeland doing? Oh my goodness. Gave a dive onto Claudio. Oh my god, these fans. These Aussie fans. They're showing the replay of it. Moxley has Jay White with a steel chair. Well, it looks like Adam Copeland is heading back to the ring to try to help out Jay White. Looks like Moxley has Jay White on a table. He's trying to take him out. You know, it would be kind of hilarious to see. I don't know. It's like a long shot, but it would be kind of hilarious to see Orange Cassidy come out, because I know he still has a score. Because the last time we saw it was against Hangman. So, and I know he still has a beef with Moxley. But here comes oh God, I have to call him Adam Copeland. Here comes Adam Copeland. I just can't call him Cope. I really, really can't. Man, she hit him with a kendo stick. You would think she learned her lesson. See? Oh, Jay. See? You should have learned your lesson. Oh, uppercut by Claudio. Oh my goodness. On a table. Well, it looks like Moxley and Claudio have the upper hand, and it's like picture in picture. I am surprised Adam and Jay wanted a street fight. No, Marina can stick her nose in it, and Bryce can't do anything. Well, that is true, but I think Adam and Jay has some tricks up their sleeve. Because as I mentioned earlier, Jay White gave Marina one of his finishers at World's End. You would think she would learn her lesson by now. But sooner or later, she's going to get what's coming to her. And after what happened this past week, I would not be shocked if Willow Nightingale made an appearance in this brawl. But it just kind of has to work a little bit, because you did attack Willow, but that also leads into the anticipated return of my other client, Freshly Squeezed, the smoothest, coolest, yet dangerous wrestler to ever step foot at AEW. But have to be a little bit patient, because like I said, I would not be shocked if Willow came in and attacked her, because I have a feeling they're going to meet at Revolution. They're going to have a match. And also, this is one of the things AEW should be doing, is expanding some storylines in the women's division that don't involve titles. So that's another thing I would like to see. But I'm watching this match in picture on TNT, and it looks like Moxley and Claudio have the upper hand, trying to destroy Jay White. And also feel free to chat on who do you got winning this Brisbane Brawl. You have Adam Copeland and Jay White, or John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. And then Marina, she's taunting. Well, Don't worry, she's gonna get her just dessert sooner or later. Cause she wants to act out. Hey, she wants to be with the boys. She's gonna do it. And we're back. We're back on the television between the Brisbane Raw. Adam Copeland and Jay White taking on Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. Also, we have Marina Shafir at ringside and trying to do everything she can to interfere. But like I said, sooner or later, she's going to get her just dessert. Jay White's just hitting Claudio with that kendo stick, and it's almost broke. Ooh. Hit in the head with a steel chair. That's a very nasty shot. Ooh. Switchblade tried to do that. Ooh. Ooh, finishing move. Blade Runner. That's the name of his finishing move. Blade Runner. Oh, and here comes that little runt. Wheeler Yuta. And I'm pretty sure Pac ain't close by. Could we also see an appearance from FTR? I know FTR wants tag team gold, but actually, no, instead of FTR, I would like to see the Guns come out, but I know they just came back. See, Blade Runner to see Yuta, that's what you get for butting into people's business. That's what you get. That little runt. Ooh, make a wish to Jon Moxley. And he's feeling it from the fans. He's feeling it. He's trying to go for it. Ooh, uppercut by Claudio. Ooh, nice counter by Copeland. Spear onto the table. Ooh, spear onto Moxley. He really wants to end. I mean, hey, he wants to end Moxley. Showing the replay again. Spearing Claudio onto the table. Oh, he has a chair wrapped in barbed wire. This is what you talk about when it's a Brisbane brawl. He just hammered Moxley with that chair. Man, he wants to give him a concerto. Well, I mean, hey, this is what John did. Him and his team laid out careers. Moxley, what is that little run doing out here? What is that little run? And then Marina Shafir hits him with the briefcase. Kick out by Copeland. Moxley tried to put a submission on him, but Jay White, he's laid out. Is Adam Copeland gonna tap? And he's holding Jay White. Jay White's being hostage. Copeland doesn't want to tap. Copeland, he's trying not to tap. He's trying to break a whole submission. And then that little run just laid out Jay White, so he laid out his own tag team partner. It's fading. Match is over. Copeland's fading, and your winners of this match is Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. And it's funny, I picked him yesterday. And he really is putting a beating on him. Where is FTR? Oh, and you can see the bloodiness. Marina's like all big and bad, trying to talk trash. We'll see what she does when she has a female going up against her, trying to talk trash. Pretty much. Moxley and the Death Riders. Man, Aussie fans are really giving the heat to the Death Riders. They are really giving heat. And you can see Moxley's back. They're just trying to boo him. Well, we know Evolution, the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, but could we also see the return of Darby Allin at Revolution? Because we haven't seen him since the final episode of Rampage. It's a possibility we could see Darby Allin at Revolution. So yeah, Moxley, he's still talking trash on the camera, and the Death Riders are just running amok. So they're just pretty much running amok, and I thought it would have been a good opportunity for Willa to attack Marina Shafir, but it looks like we'll probably wait until Dynamite for it to happen. I thought it was going to happen in Australia, but I think it may happen at Dynamite. But we shall see. So your winners of that tag team match was Adam Copeland and Jay White. The winners are the Death Riders. You mean John? Basically 4-2. Yeah. Depends on if Darby finishes his claim or not. Yeah, that is true, because it's a possibility, because they did say he would come back in spring. So it could be either Revolution or he could come back at Dynasty in Philly. So they're saying he may finish, but they're saying it is spring. So if he doesn't come back at Revolution, it's a possibility he may come back at Dynasty around springtime. So we shall see, because if there's one person that's going to take out Moxley, it's going to be Darby, which should have been, but we shall see. Mr. Darby Allin. Death Riders are basically formed to make sure John doesn't have to defend the title. This is basically a glorified collision. I think Willow attacks at Dynamite. Yeah, I mean, You would think with Grand Slam Australia, there would have been a lot of chaos and mayhem, especially what happened at Dynamite. Because if they really, and I said this earlier, if they really want to make Grand Slam Australia a success, there has to be at least a title change or something chaotic. But up next, we go from one Aussie to another with Kazuchika Okada taking on Buddy Matthews for the AEW Continental Championship match. I know some people are picking Okada to win, but I would love for Buddy Matthews to get some singles gold. I would love it. Because, I mean, it just would have been nice to see extra chaos in the Brisbane Brawl. Like, they could have had, like, people attack the Death Riders. Because it's like, I feel like we're in a repetitive mode every week. Because you see the Death Riders on top. It's basically 4-on-1 or 4-on-2. And I feel like there needs to be a lot of allies that can go against the Death Riders. So, that was a missed opportunity right there. Because, you know, he's holding the title in a briefcase. And I mean, I have nothing against Marita, but I'm at the point where I'm just kind of sick of her interfering in all these matches and trying to make her like a China, like, wannabe. But, like I said, she's going to get her come-ins sooner or later. But as we switch gears, we go to Buddy Matthews. Ooh, he's having a good reception in his home country, Buddy Matthews. Yeah, he's getting a good reception, Buddy Matthews. And plus, last time we saw Okada defend the title was at World's End. But I love that Buddy Matthews is getting a nice, warm reception in his home country of Australia. It's a good feeling. Once I do agree with Nigel about Buddy Matthews. If there's anybody that stepping up to the plate and doing anything, it's Buddy Matthews. And here comes the reigning AEW Continental Champion, the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. And it looks like he had a change in his entrance. He's right. He's bringing in the belt. Buddy is focused. And also, before I forget, I want to thank everybody for sticking around with me on this late night edition of AEW Grand Slam Australia. Hold on, let me see. Because from the looks of it, we have one more match. And I'm very excited to spend time with all of you on this special edition. And here we go. The AEW Continental Championship. Buddy Matthews taking on the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. And of course, Okada's doing his signature gesture. Buddy Matthews wanted to shake his hand, but instead he got the signature middle finger that Okada gives to his opponents. And this match Boza, which creep are you talking about? Because I was like, I know you're not talking about Don Callis. I know you're not talking about Don Callis. So I'm very curious, which one are you talking about? Feel free to elaborate in the chat, because I'm like, the only person I ever called like a creepy jerk was Don Callis. So I don't know. Nice kind of my buddy. And also, I would think for the Continental Championship one, it's a 20-minute time limit. Ooh, nice counter, my buddy. Both staring at each other. I love that Buddy Matthews playing mind games with him. Oh, he took a page out of Okada's book. Savage, Buddy Matthews, savage. What's he doing? He took the belt and he's leaving. That's not the Okada. Oh my God, buddy. Oh man. I feel like out of all the opponents Okada had, this is probably the one that is taking a page out of his playbook. Nice move by Buddy Matthews. 1, 2, kick out by Okada. Oof, Okada on the ring apron. Okay, Buddy. Ooh. Nice kick by Buddy. Ooh. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nasty landing dive for Buddy. Oof. It looked like he hurt his ankle or his knee. So the match is still going on. Even though the match is still in picture, the match is still going on, and it looks like Buddy kind of banged up his ankle for his knee that it looks like he banged up. So, you know what? Since they're going to, even though they're in picture and they're doing commercials, I'm going to do a quick commercial. And make sure to check out some of our merch on WWT Live, along with one of our sponsors, All Caribbean Wrestling.
Hey, yo, you. Yeah, you that's watching this. You sitting on the couch staring at the screen not knowing what you want to do like this is an online college. Are you tired of wearing shirts that make you look like an extra stuck in catering? Do you want to step your wrestling swag game up to the next level? Then Women's Wrestling Talk has got you covered. Like literally. Are you for life in pink or black and white? Or maybe you're the EST and people need to respect you accordingly. Want to put some pride in your stride and show off the muscle in your hustle? Then make sure you check out the WWT store. Not now, but right now. Alright? What you waiting for? Head to www talkpodstore.com and don't make me fight you.
This episode of Women's Wrestling Talk has been brought to you by All Caribbean Wrestling. Catch the wave. Go to allcaribbeanwrestling.com to check out all the latest pay-per-views or go on the YouTube page at All Caribbean Wrestling. Also, go and check out their socials on Instagram at All Caribbean Wrestling and on X at All Caribbean WR1.
So feel free to check out all the merch that we have on WWT Live, along with thinking of one of our sponsors, All Caribbean Wrestling. So this is your WWT PR princess, Madam Elite, Madam Timeless Elite, Stone Cold Courtney is with you on this special edition from the land down under in Grand Slam, Australia. And we are just almost at the halfway point of Grand Slam Australia, where we have the AEW Continental Championship match between Buddy Matthews and Kazuchika Okada. So it's on commercial right now, but I'm waiting for this to end. And of course, well, I mean, you already know the match I'm looking forward to seeing. My client, Madam Timeless, Toni Storm, taking on Mariah May for the AEW Women's Championship. I mean, I do love the match between Buddy, because Buddy's been getting upper hand, but it looks like he hurt his ankle or his knee. So hopefully he's okay, because I wouldn't mind seeing Buddy Matthews get some singles gold. Ooh, nice one. So it looks like Buddy's doing okay, and we are back. We are back. I feel, ooh, and he is holding on to that knee, Buddy. Kick out by Okada. And they're showing that replay again. Ooh, nice roll up by Okada. Ooh, that was nasty. See, don't let this version of Okada fool you, because if you ever saw him in New Japan, he's very, very lethal and can really cut you like a twig. Of course, he gives his signature middle finger. I'm surprised. Usually everybody cheers for Okada. I heard a few jeers, and ooh, Buddy took his finger. Rainmaker. Buddy had a counter. Knee. Rainmaker. That should be it. That's it. Kick out by Buddy. I really thought that match was going to be over, but the look on Okada's face says it all. And the crowd in Australia is on their feet for their hometown hero. Okada's taking drastic measures. He has the belt. He's trying to get himself disqualified because remember, the belt cannot change hands by disqualification. So, wardrobe malfunction. That was a wardrobe malfunction right there. Oh, is this it? Oh, a kick out. That was a kick out right there. Buddy. Hold on, buddy. Okada has his feet on the ropes. So close. So close. Ooh, DDT on the mat. Okada wants to end this match by a whim. Kick to the knee. Suplex. 1, 2. Ooh, kick out by Okada. Is that a submission hold? Oh, Lord. He's racing the ropes. Buddy's trying to make sure. Ooh, that's a very tough submission hold. Ooh, he almost hit the ref. Oh, he almost hit the ref. Ooh. Rainmaker. This is it. 2, 3. Your winner and still Continental Champion, Kazuchika Okada. Hey, like him or hate him, he won the title. Even the mayor doesn't like this. Even he doesn't like the decision at all. Gonna be a lot to say on the post show because I have mixed feelings on this as well. Oh, and an international championship series. Ooh. Let's see. Revolution rematches Wednesday. Oh, my client Orange Cassidy's gonna be back on Wednesday. My client OC, he's back taking on Roderick Strong. Oh, I'm just so happy to see you back. I gotta get my shades. Yep, he's in a 3-match series to get Omega and Revolution. Oh my God. Well, you gotta remember, he is a former international champion. Oh, and also another match in a street fight. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Big Bill. Thank you, Boza, for that. But I'm sorry, I'm just so excited. My client, Orange Cassidy, I just haven't seen him since January, but he's back. He's back. But also, of course, my client, the timeless one. But I'm just excited, Orange Cassidy. He's back. And also, he's a former AEW International Champion. He knows a thing or two when it comes to that belt. And trust me, he's no stranger to Kenny Omega, because Professor noted that he faced off against Kenny Omega for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And did I also mention he's a 2-time AEW International Champion? So I'm just happy to see my boy back. I'm just happy to see him back. I missed him. So I wonder if Tony Monroe gets to win, pacify the crowd. Boza, my client is going to get this win. My client's worked very, very hard to get where she is today. She's not a 3-time AEW Women's Champion for nothing. If they don't make her win it, I'm going to be very sad. Because it'll be very, very sad. But, well, it's the moment I've waited for. My client, the timeless one. I know Dylan said even though she's from New Zealand, she's not Aussie. But for this, she's coming home. And she is ready to make history on being a 4-time AEW Women's Champion. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited to see Orange Cassidy back. I just miss the guy. I miss him. But he deserved a But I'm just happy to see my guy, freshly squeezed, Orange Cassidy back. But of course, I'm just waiting for my other client, Tony Storm. So let's go. But it's on commercial and just waiting for my client, the timeless elite. It's their main event. I just hope these ladies steal the show. Just let them steal the show. Give them a good, solid outing in this match. Because we've said this time and time again, where AEW says they have the best women's division on the planet. Times like this is for them to show up really quick. And, my client Tony Storm may not have 25 or 26 matches as Miss CEO. But if she has a good, solid outing, it'll be okay. So, I'm ready. I'm ready for my client to make history. History. And ladies and gentlemen, it's your main event. Here's Mariah May, the AEW Women's Champion. God, I hope Nigel doesn't drool. Well, here she is. I do like her outfit, though. I really do like her outfit. So, I kind of feel they expose it for that. I know Nigel is drooling for this match. Well, I mean, it's not only for Tony, it's also for Ryan too, because Mariah's been making a lot of noise the last couple weeks. And, you know, for that Mercedes, I would use a different spin. I'd be like, anything Mercedes could do, I could do 10 times as better. Just to have that mentality. It's very ironic I met her right before she betrayed on my client. Interesting. What is she looking at? Oh, is that Luther? Oh my God. Luther. That is Luther. There he is. And here she is. Oh, there is my client. So I guess she's going with the original Tony Storm look. No. She's got some tricks up her sleeve. And look at that. She went back to Timeless. Aw, there she is, my client. There she is. There she is. And she's in blue. She does look bold in blue. Rip her tits off. There's a sign that says rip her tits off. She does look bold-dacious in blue. My wonderful client, Tony Storm. I'm really happy the main event is going to the ladies. This makes me very, very happy. Just give them a good, solid match. And here we go. Here we go. It's the richest prize in the women's division. I kind of knew she would get a wonderful reception. Yeah, she's got a good reception. Buddy did. And Jay White got a good reception. I kind of thought you're taking a few cheers in between, but so far, almost every single Aussie star has got a good, solid reception. Well, and I noticed on the jacket I noticed on Mariah May's jacket, she has London, England, her home country. So, oh yes, Tony has a blue one, and I see the Aussie flag she has on, paying homage to her home country. But here we go, your main event, folks, for Grand Slam Australia. My client, Madam Timeless, taking on Mariah May. Oh, was the main event down to the... I don't think so, Mayor. I kind of have to take a look at that because I have to see if she refereed Mercedes' match on Dynamite. I have to look back because I know there was a few women's matches that main evented on Dynamite. I may have to take a look. I may have to start take a look at that. But no, Aubrey has refereed before. Like I said, I have to take a look at some matches because I have to see if she refereed Mercedes' main event on Dynamite. And also seeing if she main evented Mariah May in her match against Willow Nightingale in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. But yeah, I have to see that. I have to see that. But yeah, there's been a few women's main event in the past. I just have to see if Aubrey referee those. But here we go. My client, Madam Timeless, taking on Mariah May. I just really want a good, solid match between these two ladies. I really, really do. Ooh, nice German suplex. German suplex again. Another German suplex. Oh my god. Is she gonna go for another round? I think you could give her another round of German suplex, Tony. One more time. Give her another German suplex. She just giving her German suplexes all day. Now the fans are chanting one more time. No. Is she really going to give her German suplex outside the ring? Mariah May blocks it. Ew! Hitting on outside of the ring apron. Ooh. Hit Tony on the barricade. And there's Luther. Luther's checking around ringside. Well, even though the match, everything is picture in picture, the match is still going on. And Luther's checking on my client, Tony. She will be fine. I'm not stressing. I'm not sweating. She's going to be fine. And they're also showing the promo for Dynamite this week. So, because Mariah May's had the upper hand in this match. And she ripped up one of the signs of the fans and mimicking. How dare you, you witch, mimic my client with her timeless mode. And don't you dare lay your finger on Luther. Mariah May looks like she has the upper hand here so far. Just giving a beating to my client. But this will plus after this match it'll wrap up Cranston, Australia. But do not go anywhere, because once we're done here, I'm going to do a quick post show where we're going to go through all the matches and what happened, and also give my personal ratings, and also leading up to Dynamite this week as I head to Phoenix, Arizona, and continue the road to Revolution, which is set for next month. So do not go anywhere. It's going to be a quick post show. I'm not going to be too long with this. I know my client's going to show some offense. Come on, Tony. And we are back live on Dynamite. We are back live, folks, to Dynamite. Our main event, the AEW Women's Championship match. Tony Storm, my client, Madam Timeless, taking on the Glamour Mariah May. Kick out by Mariah. And find out we will stay till there is an AEW Women's Champion, as it should be. Look, if you can give some of this overrun to some of the guys here, you better give equal amount to the ladies here. Because anything the guys can do, the ladies can do a lot better. So, and plus, this is women's wrestling talk. We advocate here for all the ladies. And when I mean all ladies across promotions. Oh, my client, putting her in a submission hold. Yep, a women's main event deserves overtime. Exactly. And I think that's something AEW really needs to learn. If you say you have the best women's division, you got to give them stuff like this. I mean, yeah, you give it to the guys, but you need to give them equal amount of time and overtime for this. No, she's not going to do headbutt. Ooh, she hit her hip on the steel. That is going to hurt. That is going to hurt. The crowd's trying to get behind Tony. Ooh, that had to hurt. Referee Aubrey's checking on both Tony and Mariah May. Luther trying to get the count involved. Both ladies are back in the ring. They're right behind Tony. Ooh, drop kick by Mariah May. She's mimicking my client. How dare you, you wicked little glamour. Ooh, 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 ooh. Here we go. 1, 2. Kick out by Mariah. Going for my client to go in. Hip attack. Ooh, that was a vicious hip attack. She wants blood. Hip attack again. Hip attack again. Give her one more. Just give her one more. Storm 0. 1, 2. Oh, kick out by Mariah. Can't believe she kicked out of Storm 0. Don't give up. Don't give up, Tony. No pressure. Just keep your eyes on the prize, lady. Don't get too crazy. There's a reason why you're a 3-time AEW Women's Champion. And also PWI's Top Women for 2024. Trying to get Mariah May up. It looked like she was going for Mayday. Ooh. Mayday? Once more. Oh, on in my client's home country. Kick out by my client. She's still in, folks. She's still in. She's not giving up yet. And then she's trying to hurt Aubrey. Don't you put your hands on the referee. And Luther, he's looking at ringside. Thank you, Posa. I don't think she is going to go down yet. They better not. It's bad enough we didn't see Harley Cameron win. It would be nice to see someone from Australia finally get a win. It just would be nice. Because we didn't see from Harley. We didn't see from Buddy. We didn't see from Jay or Kyle Fletcher. But she's going to take this one for the team. Ooh. I had to give her a good night kiss. But, lady, is she going to do it? Storm 0. And is she going to? Brian May rolled out the ring. That's actually very, very smart. Very smart for her to roll out the ring. Come on. Ooh, hit her head on the turnbuckle. Mariah May gave a headbutt. Oh, she took my client's move. That dastardly witch. And it's May. Oh. Is she going to do 1, 2, 3? Oh! My client made history. She is now a 4-time AEW Women's Champion. She made history, folks. Woo! She did it, and she won it in her country of Australia. I don't care what Dylan has to say. He can correct me for all I want, but I don't care. She won it at home. She is a 4-time women's champion. I know Boza with the inside cradle. I was surprised they didn't do it with Storm 0, but there she is. She's a 4-time AEW Women's Champion. This right here, folks, Look, I know everybody's upset. I know everyone's upset that Harley Cameron didn't win, but I'm just happy my client made history. She made history, folks. Small package. She ain't being it. Mary, you be quiet. My client's not being a transitional champion. She just made history being a 4-time women's champion, damn it. That ain't happening. But that concludes Grand Slam Australia. And I'm going to give myself the next 30 seconds to compress everything. So give me at least 30 seconds so at least you can go to the bathroom, get a beverage, get everything else, because we're going to do a post show and I'm going to be super, super quick on it. So feel free to take a breather and be back shortly. All right, you guys, so we're back, and really, over my dead body, she's gonna get the AEW Women's Championship. She needs to stick with her 4 belts and stick with the opponent that was at ringside, because I think it looks like she's facing off against the New Japan. But anyways, I know. I know. But I'm going to do a quick post show on Grand Slam Australia. First time ever they came to Australia. So, we kicked it off with a crazy tag team match for the first time ever. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega taking on Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. Definitely a way to kick off with the Aussie crowd. And I have to say, the crowd in Australia was feeling it. It was just so much energy all around. And just really seeing the crowd's reaction to everything, getting excited. But your winners came out. But your winners of the match is Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. And also, this is pretty interesting too, because we got some matches added to Revolution. Kenny Omega made a challenge to Konosuke Takeshita for the AEW International Championship. And Will Ospreay put out the challenge to Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage match at Revolution. So we're going to get round 2 of Ospreay and Fletcher. Now for Kenny Omega, apparently there is an interesting road to the International Championship where we're kicking off Wednesday with the return of my client, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, taking on Roderick Strong. These two are no slouches to each other. They're both former AEW International Champions, and they are going to bring it. So I'm just happy to see my client, freshly squeezed, back on Dynamite. So super excited on that. Congratulations again to Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega on winning. And just love it to see Don Callis lose. So anyways, we go from a tag team match to the TBS Championship match between Mercedes Moné taking on Harley Cameron, who had a wonderful warm reception in Australia. Harley Cameron did bring it. And I also want to mind you, Harley Cameron, and I'm really noticing this too, because it just dawned on me. Anna Jay and Harley Cameron are one of the 2 ladies to face off against both the AEW Women's Champion and the TBS Champion. I just realized it. And I gotta give props to Harley Cameron. She has really improved so much Of course, she brought out the puppet of Mercedes, and it's really interesting when Professor talks about the missed opportunities AEW has had, like not just with this, but also when after Private Party beat the Young Bucks, there was not much momentum going after that. My clients see Acclaim not winning originally at All Out Chicago for the tag team titles. I think Harley will be fine. I know, like, everybody wanted Harley to win. I even wanted her to win, but her time is coming. And I don't think this is the last time we're going to see these two ladies go at it, because Revolution is right around the corner. And I think it's only fair if Harley gets another opportunity, because she's built momentum. She has done it. And I do appreciate it. And I just love it when she brings out the puppet of Mercedes. It's really, really cute. But I do have to give Mercedes her props. We all know her wrestling ability. She cannot deny it on there. But it looks like she may have a challenger for a New Japan Strong Women's Championship. So if I were you, Mayor, I would pump the brakes, because I know for damn sure she's not getting 5 belts. Not over my dead body. Not when my client is women's champion. Because she may have the belts, but who is PWI's top women for 2024? I'm just saying. But congratulations to Mercedes Moné on retaining for the TBS Championship. Kudos to Harley Cameron on a very solid performance. Boza, I do agree with it on that. They're going to meet again at Revolution in Los Angeles. But I'm just sad she didn't get it in a home country. But who am I to say? Anyways, we go from the TBS Championship to a Brisbane Brawl. Adam Copeland and Switchblade Jay White taking on the AEW World Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. So there was a few spots of mayhem in between, but for me personally, it felt like a 4-on-2 handicap match. I know going into this brawl, there would be no disqualifications. And that little runt, Willard Yuta, wanted to interfere. And Marina Shafir wants to be all tough and hang out with the boys. But she should have learned her lesson when Jay White hit her with the Blade Runner back at World's End. You would think she would learn her lesson by now, but who am I to say? But it pretty much felt like 4-on-2. And also, it would have been nice to see like FTR get involved, Willow getting involved, just to see a lot of extra mayhem and incorporate some of the storylines that are happening surrounding the Death Riders. I just think that would have been so cool to see. Or maybe like Austin and Colton Gunn coming in to help out Jay White as well, because we know Juice Robinson is still on the injured list. So that just would have been so cool to see, kind of them helping out and swerving in some storylines in between. But John is so big and bad when he has the Death Riders. Yeah, I mean, it just would have been nice to have that up a notch to get some people to kind of even the odds of everything. But I just think it would have been... Yeah, exactly. I just wish, because this is a brawl. It should have happened like not just in the ring, but outside of the ring, backstage, in the parking lot. Like, it's a brawl. That's what you think of it, because it makes you think of like chaotic and mayhem and everything else in between. But your winner is Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli in the tag team match. We also get to see the AEW Continental Championship match between Buddy Matthews and Kazuchika Okada. This was a very solid match between these two. I mean, Buddy played a lot of mind games with Okada, because I really thought Buddy was going to walk out as the AEW Continental Championship, but that didn't happen, and the crowd was right behind Buddy all the way. I thought he was going to win it and see what he did, but well, your winner and still AEW Continental Championship is Kazuchika Okada. So I don't know if they're having to keep the belt until July, but we shall see. Because I really can't put my finger on who else should challenge her for the Continental Championship match, because Buddy was great, but I don't know. I feel like it's time to give a good, solid rivalry to Okada, and I wouldn't mind him and Buddy going at it again, because that was a really good match between the two of them. So congratulations to the Rainmaker on retaining the AEW Continental Championship. But I mean, you know what? I know this match, but I was just excited for the main event. My client, Madam Timeless, taking on Mariah May for the AEW Women's Championship match. I was very happy this got to main event. Grand Slam. And this should be a reason why that they need to put a lot of focus on the women's division. This match right there, and this is like no shade at anybody else, but this match right here should explain why they need to pay a lot more attention to the women's division. Not just on who holds the belt, but everywhere throughout the entire women's division, and creating storylines that don't have to involve the title. I was very proud of both Mariah May and Toni Storm for definitely delivering it in Australia. And also, I did love Toni's ring gear representing her home country of Australia. I'm very, very proud of her. It is, I know people always going on and on, but the story on how I got into Dynamite, I got into Dynamite because of Toni Storm. And I got to meet Mariah May before she turned on Toni. So I'm very, very proud of it. But in the end, it was my client, Madam Timeless. She made history on being a 4-time AEW Women's Champion. So proud of her. She deserves every single minute of it. Now, who's her next challenger? I don't know. But I have to say one thing. Keep that belt far, far away from Mercedes Moné. She doesn't need any more belts. She doesn't need it to be 5 belts. She already has 4. Go focus on being TBS champion. Go focus on being New Japan. You don't need to be AEW Women's Champion. That's my client's belt. No one is going to get in her way. So you go stay in your lane and focus on the TBS champion. She's champion. She better get a lot of press coverage for the new film Queen of the Ring. I'm just saying. But I'm very, very proud of my client. Didn't think it was, but I am very, very proud of her just really doing it. And she's the reason why I got into AEW. It wasn't anybody else. It was her. And seeing her from when she first debuted to the Outcast to now, it's really astonishing. And for the first time ever, she's the 4-time AEW Women's Champion. And I don't think she's going to be a transitional champion, because I want her to have a memorable reign. I want it to be equal to Mercedes Moné. I would love for her to deliver 25 matches, I would. But I just wanted her to have memorable rivalries that are good storytelling. And also reunite her back with some of her old rivals, like Thunder Rosa, Hikaru Shida, Deonna Purrazzo, possibly Queen Amanada getting a shot. So that's something I will think about. So for this episode of Grand Slam Australia, I am going to give it an 8 out of 10. Only because my client, she did win. Because I was very bummed we couldn't get another Aussie getting gold. So I was very, very bummed about that. But I give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was overall good. I just think they could do better. But just to let you know, they will be back. I would give it an 8. But I will give it a solid 8 out of 10. Also, news today, earlier they announced they will be back in Australia 2026. They will be back in Australia next year. I don't know what the month, but I feel like with the lessons and takeaways they learned from this one, they can apply it to the next one and make it a lot more better. So I'm very excited on that. Definitely nice for them to be in the land down under in Australia. So I'm very excited to spend this with all of you on the special edition of Grand Slam Australia. Feel free to check me out on WWT Live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You're going to love me on Monday because I will be celebrating. You know what? Screw Mare and Mercedes Moné. It's not about her. It's about my client. My client made history. So I will be having a special little celebration on her on WWT Live on Monday. You know, every Wednesday, it's Stone Cold Elite Wednesdays with me. You don't want to miss this week's episode on Dynamite. The return of my other client, Orange Cassidy, is back. He'll be taking on Roderick Strong in an International Championship Series. So this is going to be a fun one. 2 former AEW International Champions, and I'm really excited. We're getting to see a street fight between Powerhouse Hobbs and Big Bill. Of course, Shibata, Hook, and Samoa Joe taking on the Patriarchy, and Hangman and MJF face to face. So a lot of action happening on Wednesday at Dynamite in Phoenix as we continue the road to Revolution. And also feel free to check out some of my other teammates on WWT Live as they got some watch-alongs. You know, Monday, the mayor was on, so Monday Night Raw, that's him. Tuesday night, of course, our wonderful councilman handles NXT. Me, of course, I handle Wednesday. And my WWT sister, Honey, handles SmackDown on Fridays. So feel free to check out all of our watch-alongs, like and subscribe to everything else that you need. I want to thank everybody for joining on this late night because it is 1 o'clock in the East Coast. But I wanted to spend it with all of you and definitely want to give a shout out to Boza, Lewis Johnson. Our wonderful mayor popped up to gloat a bit about his client, but I still love him anyway. Orange2341, Eddie Foster, Aaron Teagle, and Eric Tate. Thank you all for joining on the special watch-along edition of WWT Live. Hold up, I'm just setting up the outro video, but feel free to follow me, and also make sure to follow me on @CourtneyNJ11 on Twitter and Instagram, where I do have some content happening in the couple of weeks. I'm also going to do a special post highlighting my client, Tony Storm. So you do not want to miss that. So it'll be in the coming days, but feel free to check me out. And thank you guys for following me along on this special edition of Grand Slam Australia, coming to you from the land down under in Brisbane, Australia. And they will be back in 2026 in Australia as well. So thank you for joining me on WWT Live, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. Have a good night, be safe, and I will see you on Monday.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WWTalkpod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.